Welcome everyone to the Roses Are Red podcast. I'm here with my beautiful co-hosts Sam I am and AC. And just to go ahead and put a disclaimer out there, remember, please do your research on everything that we talk about. Make your own opinions. Don't take our word for it. These are just things that our opinions, our thoughts, but please do your own research and um, make your own thoughts and opinions. And we'd love to hear from you. Please leave us a message on Telegram on Roses Are Red podcast. And we'd love to hear from you. And if you have an interesting story or anything you want to share, please let us know. We'd love to have you on our show and to talk about it.
Yes.
So where we talk about everything. Nothing is on the tables or off the tables. What are
Some things are on the tables.
Nothing's off the table. Let's be real.
Well, whatever these people allow us to do, YouTube and shit.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone. It's been such a long time since I've seen you guys.
Last time we saw each other, we were all in person, in real life.
In real life.
Partying it up.
Oh, we did.
Singing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Singing. And let me tell you, Sam, you have a fucking voice that, oh my God.
Thank you.
Oh,
She's like an angel.
Oh.
Loved it.
I couldn't even hear myself at that point.
It was awesome.
It was wonderful.
Thank you. AC, you're not so bad yourself. I mean, you can tell you're very comfortable on a stage.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Jesus.
No, you are. I mean,
Yeah.
I know your background and that you've been in a band and whatever, but I mean, for me, I'm like, oh, I'm so nervous. And you're like, I'm going to totally do this. You're so good at it.
Yeah, well,
at one point we had like over 400 views on your TikTok because I was filming you when you were doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like 400 people watching it. Yeah, I was doing TikTok live at the time. And I was actually signing in to see if I could bring up Sam's performance.
Oh, I don't know if I want to hear that.
Oh, you did awesome. Both of you did awesome. Amazing.
Very different songs.
Yeah, very
courage.
Polar opposites on our songs. Yes.
And the courage to do that because holy shit, not
it
me.
Only took
I would be like, well,
all those people were so drunk.
Like
I could have got up there and sang fucking Mary Had a Little Lamb and those bitches would twerk.
Yeah, everybody would be like, oh my God, this is so good.
Mary had a little lamb. It doesn't matter.
Well, I don't know about the twerking because Dave went flying with that lady who booty bumped him, okay?
Yeah, dude. Wow. Lord have mercy.
I was like, is Dave's back okay?
What a fucking wild night that was.
I was fucked up.
Next thing I know, shirts were flying, skirts were going.
Skirts were down.
God damn it.
That was a crazy fucking night.
I was waiting for AC to take off his bra and just throw it around like that chick on stage.
I'm surprised she actually didn't take off her bra. It was just the overshirt.
She was down. She was down as hell.
She was like,
she's just like, here I am. By the way, everyone, we all met up 3 weeks ago in Vegas. We did a show, and if you guys haven't seen that show, go ahead and go back on YouTube. And we did it. AC went actually live at the hotel
on location
of the Bunyan. I like to call him Bunyan.
Yeah, whatever. It don't matter now.
Right?
It don't matter now.
But it was a great, great time, and I had a blast for 2 days in Vegas. I had a really good time, and I enjoyed it. I really did. Could have saved a little bit of money. Those slot machines at the end, I went back down and I played a little bit longer. But man,
those guys.
We went a little bit at the airport.
You did?
We did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And the night Saturday to Sunday night before we left, we did like not the actual roulette table, like the video roulette table, and I won a couple $100 there. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Sweet.
A little less pressure at the video roulette.
I love it. So the other night I went.
Fun, though.
The other night I went, and my dad does an elevator. He has an elevator company, and he does inspections for elevators. So he told me, my numbers are 17, 28, 32, and 5 because they're all together. So on the roulette table, 17, 20, not 28. 28 is my separate number, but it's 17, 32, and 5 are together. So I always play that
Yes.
that chunk of the board. And he told us after he went to dinner, and he told us, "Hey, you want to go to the Stratosphere was the big
Yes.
right? For those who don't know,
It looks like the Space Needle
right.
from Seattle. Yes.
So we went there, and he said, I want to let you know that these tables here, as I was working, I meant to come back and tell you because all the numbers were 17, 28, 5, and I was like, let's check that out. So we started playing, and the first time I put like $20 on 27, 27 hit.
Nice.
And it was like walked out, $500. Like the first pull, I got $500.
Wow.
And then it got exponentially better. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So speaking of roulette, it's been a very lucky roulette month.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Nice. Well, I definitely had I've never been karaoke. That was my first. And I've never been.
You still haven't been to karaoke because you have to sing at karaoke.
You do. I mean,
I don't want to make anybody's ears bleed. Like,
here's
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Oh, we could totally do that. Or you need to come to Omaha and you'll go to our bar, the best pub, and nobody fucking cares there. And you can just sing and everybody's gonna be like, you got up. We're happy that you got up there. And it doesn't take 5 hours to get up there.
Yeah. My God, it took 3 hours for us to sing a song.
3 hours.
Fuck that.
That's because their MC gets up in between every fucking song
and does his own
and either does his own song or does a contest to win a fucking Jello shot.
Every single one.
Which is fucking why?
I only want to hear his voice so long. That and then the drummer guy that kept coming up.
Oh Jesus, yes, that guy.
Yeah, but you know what? I kind of felt like they were picking and choosing because there was a group that came in way after us.
That got up before us.
Well, here's the deal. Actually, that's not because it's like illegal. You can pay for that. You can pay $100 and something. Well,
I'm not gonna fucking do that.
$200 and you go more often. You know that, right?
Yeah. Well, that's
but they did not pay $200.
I bet they did.
I bet those basic bitches did. I'm like, I'm from here. I ain't doing that. I'm from here.
No.
I caught dead doing that shit.
No, but it was absolutely fun. And, like I said, I ventured on the karaoke and I got on my first Uber.
Yes, you Ubered with us to the airport.
Yep.
First Uber?
Yeah,
yes.
she was an Uber virgin there. She's like, my husband says I can't Uber, and we're like, you're with us, you're fine. Nobody's gonna abscond with you.
So that was great. Oh, and we took Dave to Tacos al Gordo.
Yeah, it was way too spicy for him.
It's not even spicy.
Oh,
you make it spicy.
Right. I was like, put everything on there. Because I was like, it's got to be fine. Nope, it was way too spicy for Dave. He's like, oh, that was spicy. He had to get a burger at the airport just because he didn't eat enough.
Oh.
But the tacos were fucking amazing, by the way. Oh.
Extremely tasty.
Good.
Yeah, I love that place.
Tasty.
My wife does not like it. My wife says it's too greasy.
Too greasy?
Really? Yeah, that's why I have to sneak out in the middle of the night to go there.
Oh, it was so good. And it wasn't a long line. Like normally they're out the door.
It's not too greasy. She's just nuts.
But I love your wife. Your wife is awesome.
Oh, she's amazing.
She's fun.
I had the
so
pleasure of meeting AC's wife, which is, such a joy and was awesome. And, meeting Dave and Sam was awesome. I saw them when they were coming down. I'm like, there they are. But it was great. It was great.
I was just rewatching the beginning of our episode of when we were in Vegas, and you and I were like, "Oh my God, you're exactly who I expected." We were having like a little, girl moment, and I was like, it's true though. I fucking love these people.
Dude, you're not a bitch. This is awesome.
I know. It was so fun.
There's no filter. You are the way you are.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. It's not just a persona here.
Fantastic.
It was so great. And AC, we love you.
That was fun.
We've met you.
We make it fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rose has met you. I've met you in
Separately.
previous. Yes. And it's always good. So
Yeah.
Great. It
We've always had
was
a good
such a
time.
fun night. Yeah, it was great.
absolutely. You guys do need to come to Omaha. I mean, you don't. I
want to.
told
we would
ya.
love if you did.
Tell me when. I'm there. Just tell me
Uh,
when, and I'm
if
there.
you can, come out this summer. We have a camper. We can do a fucking show from the camper or here or whatever.
Hell yeah.
But
The
it would
camper?
be fun. Yeah.
What are we doing in the camper?
I don't know. Fucking chill.
Fucking chill. I love that.
we bought a fucking camper and we have a site. It's right by the river. I don't know. That's what we do
Love
here
that.
in
Love that.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
I've never been camping and I've never been in a camper. So
Oh, I'll make campers delight.
so
There better be a fucking Waldorf Astoria down the road for her.
I know.
Yeah. Okay, are we done here? Okay. This was fun, but
Yeah.
you need a bath.
not that much of a prune. Okay, maybe a little. Maybe a
come
little.
on.
A prude means a sexual. That's not what.
Oh, Jim says if you come to Omaha, you can meet drunk neighbor.
Mr. Minor, we have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
We have a lot
He
to
was
talk
just here the other night, and that was great.
Yes,
So,
I've heard so much about you and I've seen you on the show. So absolutely I want to
we
meet
know
drunk neighbor.
bowling. I mean, I don't know. There's not a lot to do here, but our zoo is better than San Diego's.
Oh yeah. You
Omaha
know what?
Zoo has been voted best in the nation.
Really?
Yes.
You know what?
It's pretty
There's a
fucking
lot
great.
of zoos that are probably better than San Diego. Just
No,
Oh, I thought you were
it's
gonna say-
Omaha. No, for real. Omaha and San Diego go back and forth on what's the best in the nation. And oh, fuck, I did this thing.
I thought she was going to be a savage and be like, oh, I bet there's a lot of more better zoos than there are in Omaha. I was like, don't say it,
No.
Rose.
The Omaha Zoo has been Omaha and San Diego back and forth. I'm gonna
Okay.
make the balloons come up again, but they
question
do.
though.
Yes.
Do they have a full bar at your zoo?
Yes.
Oh, see, there you go. See?
Okay, we're there.
Sold. I'm there. I'm
You
there.
can drink at our zoo. There's a whole ass aquarium with a thing that you can go through.
Can you share the screen real quick?
Yeah.
Rose?
There we
It's
go.
Omaha.
I didn't believe you.
If I get drunk and I
telling
might
you.
be in the monkeys area, you know where to find me.
It's the Henry Dorley Zoo.
I'll
9
be
to
there.
5. Let's do it. Before you go, know that,
Let's do it. I'm there.
these children will be greeting you there.
It's
I wonder if
Omaha's
my zoo
Henry
pass
Dorley
work.
Zoo.
Can
Tiny
my zoo pass
parakeets.
work over there?
Mhm.
They've got a whole butterfly exhibit. They've got sea lions now. They've got a sea flap.
Dude,
Sea
they
flap.
have a live teddy bear exhibit.
I guess.
They have teddy bears there, like living teddy bears. What?
I don't know. They have a
Oh wait, no,
stingray.
it's April 6th and 7th. I want to go.
That's
I
really
wanna-
soon. I have people coming into
Yeah,
town.
it's really, really fast.
Have another, yeah. Maybe put the brakes on that first.
But you guys should come out here
Yeah, totally.
sometime.
Ooh,
I mean,
sea
we'll. They do. They have a sea lion thing. They have a
Does it get really cold in Omaha?
huh?
Doesn't it get really cold in Omaha?
Yes, it does. But they have things that makes it better for the zoo animals.
Oh,
don't know.
they just have more cold weather animals.
We have like I don't know, a
You can feed the lions.
rainforest. They have a fucking they have an I don't know, all sorts of shit.
I'm looking. Okay, I'll do this on my own time.
Fucking great.
I want
Our
to
zoo is
feed the
pretty
lions.
cool.
Dick and Mary Holland Meadowlark Theater. I love that. I don't know why I love
Look,
that.
I want to feed the lions. Okay.
Okay,
I'll
I'll
Yes.
feed the
do
lions.
That way you can
Who do
feed
we
the
get
lions.
who do we get to feed them?
I don't know.
Actual people?
Yes.
People you
I
hate?
mean, there's been a lot of people acting like lions out here lately. So I don't know if you guys heard, but there was
That's
a
awesome.
guy walking around eating. He was actually eating someone's arm or leg
Yeah.
in Bakersfield, and
Mhm.
he's just walking around. He's just with this, someone's arm because apparently he got hit
being
by
a
the train.
cannibal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's all over. It's all over the news. He's just walking around. He's eating. I'm like, okay,
That was in San Diego, right?
Bakersfield, I believe.
Bakersfield.
Yeah,
Take a look at
That's
that,
insane.
and then we'll get into the topic, which
Oh.
is even crazier than all this. Bakersfield,
Yes.
California, guy eating arm.
It's like a fucking
So-
Your
Turkey
neighbor
leg.
said my daughter did this. Oh, I want to do that. I want to go. So if it reminds me of the Lion King,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Sure.
Throw my husband.
Here we
Maybe I
go.
shouldn't say that out loud.
Here we go.
Yep, there he is. That's it.
Oh, jeez.
California man appears to go full zombie, walking around biting a human leg.
He was probably on bath salts or something.
Of course. So, I'm from Miami, where the Miami
Yes.
Zombie's from. And then
Yes.
one day we woke up and it's like somebody ate somebody's face. I was like, what?
What?
And that was bath salts. I was
Yes,
like,
it was totally bath salts.
not doing that.
I love how there's a picture of what is it? Meat on the side of the
I know, hamburger with ice cube. This is how you make the best hamburger.
Yeah. This guy's at least take it home and ground it up and make a patty. A California man is competing with Florida man. See, there you go, for weirdest headline of the week, because he got arrested for walking around and apparently chomping on a human severed leg. The dude's name is Rosendo Teles, and he got busted Friday out near Bakersfield in a small town called Wasco. Oh man, it sounds like you eat people in Wasco. After eyewitnesses saw him strolling around town with what looked like an entire limb that was attached to a person just earlier that day. Come on.
Oh, there's my daughter.
Louise.
Of course, my daughter's very morbid. Just to let everybody know.
I love that.
She's super morbid. When we were in Bali, one of her things was that she wanted to go into the cremations and just explore all that. So we did. We took her, and the way they do it is they go into like a field or someone's little backyard, and they burn the bodies there. And
A pyre?
on
a funeral pyre.
Yeah.
And she was loving it. I'm like, oh, my kid is so morbid.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Selena. I'm just like that. I'm just like that. You know me. The crazier the better. So
my God.
So yeah, somebody ate somebody, and I'm sorry, it's a gruesome sight. As you can see the flesh dangling from the chopped off leg. And sure enough, you can also see the man, identified as Teles, seemingly going for a nibble. Nom, 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 nom.
I actually saw this live on TikTok. So I was able to see the whole.
Oh,
you saw him eat it live?
Yeah, someone was doing it live on TikTok. They're like, check this out,
Check this out, mommy.
Well, boy, we've got a message here.
All right. Jeez.
I actually checked my microphone and it's not working. That's just great.
All right. Here we go.
So we have are we ready to go into the what about Gypsy
She has
Blanchard?
a message. Yeah.
Oh, we got a message real quick.
Oh.
Hold on.
Yeah, we got a pretty awesome.
Hold on. I said C flap flap. That's what my daughter calls stingrays.
What did they call it?
My Alex calls stingrays C flap flaps.
It's the perfect name for that.
I know. She goes, Mom, there's C flap flaps there.
I don't know why this is it.
Yeah, we got a pretty sweetheart. C flap flap. The word you're trying to remember is stingray.
That's what I meant.
Flap, flap.
Thanks,
yeah,
babe.
we got a good zoo. All right, you guys are awesome. Keep it up. Can't wait to hear the story.
Oh my God.
Awesome. So I got an update on Gypsy Rose.
Yeah.
Gypsy Rose is actually filing for divorce after 3 months of being married. Who would have guessed that? I mean,
None of us.
None of us said that.
Her thought was she said she needed to get her to know herself a little bit more. And
That's fair.
You know what? Gypsy wants to date Gypsy for a while.
yeah.
Fucking hoe.
This is going to be interesting. Which the thing is that she also she deleted her Instagram account.
What?
Yeah.
No.
No.
No way.
So yeah, Gypsy Rose Blanchard has announced separation from her husband. So yeah, this is a.
He's like, what happened? What did I do?
Ryan Scott Anderson. That's the guy's name.
Yes.
Okay. Claudine Dee Blanche. That's it. I'm trying to remember everything here. That's right.
I
Dee
thought
Dee's
Gypsy
dead.
Yeah,
Rose was in
didn't he
it.
have some child porn shit going on with him too?
Yeah.
Or- Yeah.
Something.
Well,
to
then they
that
also
effect.
said too that came out that they thought that he was related
Oh,
to
related to her, right?
yeah,
What?
because yeah, in the
Some
tree.
sort of cousin,
Of
Uncle
all
Bob.
the people in the fucking world,
They did a tree thing, like a tree family tree. Someone did a deep dive in a tree, and apparently they're related somehow. So yeah.
Pulled a Britney and deleted IG. Yes.
Yeah.
2016, blah 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 blah. Continue reading. Where is she? Okay, I wanted to be so much. Didn't know who. She continued to doesn't, and I know who. Yeah, right. Okay, and then it's all over. When does it end?
Hmm.
So, but if you look at them, they do look similar.
Hold on.
Look at them.
Hokey as hell.
It's the smile in the eyes.
Super
It's the
hokey.
nose. Look at the nose. Look how
It could be the nose.
It
You're
is the
right.
nose,
It is the
yeah.
nose.
look at the nose and the
But-
same smile.
But he
It's
looks very
all
fucking. He looks very.
He looks
Peter.
very Jared from fucking Boy.
Hey, Peter.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, what's going on, Quagmire? Very much.
Not all fat people look the same, Mom.
Oh,
Selena.
Selena, it's true. I look different, right? Do I look different? I'm gonna suppress these. Come on, man.
my daughter.
Lay off fat people, dude. Come on, Rose. Lay off the fat people. I resemble that remark. So yeah, she's no more for that. And let's see if there's a new.
And look at the mom. If you look at the mom and look at them, they all look the same.
Oh, they do.
Look at
She's,
that.
because she's
it's
fat,
the
Rose. Because she's fat.
No.
I knew it. She's fat, girl.
It's not. They're not fat. They're just big boned.
Look, she looks.
Big
This girl
boned.
looks. This one looks
Big boned.
exactly big boned.
Boned.
Oh, she big boned. That's all.
Oh, they do kind of look similar though. Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
Look, they look all three of them.
What's this? What's this? Gypsy Rose Blanchard wants to join forces with Kim Kardashian to promote prison reform.
Yes.
Because Kim Kardashian is gonna do that.
Right. First of all, Kim doesn't hang out with ugly chicks.
But you know what? She might just to get that view and
They look just alike.
oh Lord.
Jesus fuck.
Mm-mm.
You
They
know,
look
that
just
poor
alike.
dog wants to run.
Yeah,
That poor dog's like,
I was
gonna
born
bite-
into this.
I'm gonna bite you and fucking run for the hills.
Oh Lord.
That's why they got like the smallest dog they could, so it couldn't like revolt and be like, oh god.
The small dogs are the fucking shits though.
Yeah, they are. They can dip.
So I have also another update on the Scientology with the
Oh!
crew that's out there.
Okay.
So they still, the one on Hollywood is still shut down. They haven't opened that up, but they've
Right.
moved down to the restaurant where Danny did, where, you know, allegedly all the stuff. Well,
Oh yes, Danny
all
Masterson.
yeah,
Who?
with Danny,
Masterson?
yes.
Yes.
They moved down to the restaurant, so now they're protesting outside the restaurant.
You talking about Jessica Palmdessa?
Yes, Jessica Palmdessa. Jessica Palmdessa, which she is I've met her in person. She's a very, very nice, very sweet girl.
She seems cool.
They actually called. She was going to a party, and when she was going to a party, she says that this call was from Scientology. You guys can look her up, Jessica Palmdessa on YouTube. She they called the police on her, and they actually said that there was a white female in a car with a loaded I don't know if I could say that the other word
Yeah,
and
pew pew.
yeah, the pew pew. And they had her on the floor with everybody who was in the car on handcuffs until they figured out she had nothing but I think
Nothing
she
to
had
do
like she didn't have anything on her.
Right.
And
She's just protesting. Yeah.
But they had the whole thing was live stream.
Yeah.
We
I
were
did catch a little bit of
watching this whole thing, and it's just insane. But they are still protesting out there. Last night they were I think it was Friday. She went down to the Scientology office, the blue building, and she put signs out there. If need help, call. And she put her phone
this
number.
number.
in front.
That's awesome.
Amazing. As you're walking in, I mean,
So
the balls on this girl. So
Yeah. Her and LA Streets
yeah,
are just freaking amazing. If you guys catch them, they're always live on YouTube.
it's a whole posse of people, and then like another guy in another car
Danny.
during the whole time. He's the one that got it on video because
Danny.
right.
Yeah. So it's
Mhm.
Danny, it's her, it's Hollywood. They're all out there. And if you ever go out there, if you guys are here in LA and have a chance to go out there, go out there. They're really nice people. They'll sit down, they'll chit chat, they'll explain to you, they'll talk to you. They're very nice people. They're not rude at all. They're not.
Just be
nothing
careful
like
not
that.
to get caught up in the whole Scientology hate thing, then they're going to dox
Right.
you. And
Yeah.
so if you're willing to step into the world of
Oh.
anti-Scientology, then come on down.
Come on down.
Which I think we
So-
have.
Yeah, we're in it. We're in it.
We're in it. We have a wonderful story for you guys. It's a crazy story, but before we get into
Yeah.
this crazy story, and we have a beautiful guest, and I will be bringing them up here in a second. But I feel like we need to take a shot before we move
Yes.
forward. And I think we got to do that. I think it's entitled to a shot since it's our
it's
first
what we
time
do,
back in.
right?
Yeah,
3 weeks, man.
3 weeks of loneliness and
I
My
know.
loneliness is
I mean, don't-
killing me.
don't get me wrong, I do love SeaWorld, but
Thank you. I was waiting. Both of you should be like, and all right.
I'm
so
drinking
here we
out of-
go.
Janunya.
Oh, to Nunya. Nunya and to our
Gene
guest
Onion.
and to Jerome McCoy.
Yes, Jerome McCoy. I kept wanting to call him Gerald McCoy from Tampa.
No, he's better than that.
I know.
Cheers,
All right,
everyone.
cheers. Right?
All right.
It's been
All
so
right.
long since
Every
I've
time
had
we pass a
shots.
target. Every time we pass a target. Why am I like this? Every time. Chug, chug,
Oh.
chug. Yeah. So that was delicious. And now we're ready to go.
All right, so we are here. I'm going to introduce our guest, Tiffany. Tiff.
Tiff.
We call her Tiff.
Tiffy.
Tiffy.
Tiffy. We've known her for a long time. I'm going to bring her on up.
She's
So
such
she,
a supporter of all of it. I'm so
All of
happy
it.
to have her.
Whatever we
here.
do.
Yes, all of it.
yes, Tiff is
Hello.
awesome.
A dear friend.
A
Yes.
dear
So
friend that
excited
we've
to be
known
here.
for 3 years. It's in Australia. So
Yeah.
welcome, Tiff.
It's early for her. So say what's up.
They had to flip my screen so I could be the right way around for you all.
What time
So
is
this-
it there, Tiffy?
We are just coming on 12:30.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
My math is completely off. Okay.
Yeah,
so-
mine was too.
Okay, good.
I'm like, it's so early in the morning.
I'm like, can we push it up a half an
It
hour?
is
She's like, sure.
Saturday. It is Saturday, 12:30.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Nice.
Gotcha. I was like, let's push it up. And she's like, well, it is like 6 a.m. over there. I'm like, are you sure?
Are you?
Wow.
I
It's
don't know.
earlier for Rocksteady because he's further behind, so that might be where.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Oh,
why.
that's probably
The
why.
old shotgun candy days. It's true. Yeah.
Yes.
So, so the story we're going to talk about is the
Risa
it?
Tisa.
Risa Tisa, the 1 through 50 TikTok that blew the fuck up. What got you into this, Tiffy? How'd you get into it?
I just started seeing, things come up in my newsfeed. If you haven't seen the Risa Tisa story yet, where have you been? And I'm like, okay, I'm
For real?
sorry. I better get onto watching this Risa Tisa story. And before you knew it, I was addicted to all the backstory. And I'm texting my friends, have you seen this story? And they weren't into it as much as I was, unfortunately.
Yeah, and you had sent it to me. And did Rose, Sam, did you guys know about it before? Tiffy
Tiff
brought
had
it
sent
to
it to me. Yeah,
Okay,
Tiff sent
okay.
it to me.
I
And I got into it.
I actually was before I quit my job was talking to a couple of security guards outside of work, and they're like, have you heard of Risa Tisa? I'm like, no. And then you brought it up, and I was like, oh shit, that's what they were talking about. And I was like, oh fuck.
The security guards like tea, huh? They're tea drinkers?
And I was like, all right, let me look it up when we decided to do this. And holy buckets. There's a lot
She
to
is-
unfold here.
Now she is, for everybody who wants to watch the story, she is on TikTok. She's got 50 something parts.
It's
On
52,
TikTok.
I believe.
50 official parts, right? And then like a couple of supplementals with like,
Yes.
this is an update. And then, of course, the ex-husband's rebuttal, which is amazing.
Whew,
And the
that was
story is
fun.
called "Who the Fuck Did I Marry?" is what the story is called.
Mhm.
So for all of you that are listening and joining us, that's where you'll find the actual story for you guys to go listen and check it out yourselves. It is
Find
on
it.
TikTok.
Yeah, and you can find it all on YouTube in one big spiel.
Yeah, that too.
They just put them
Mhm.
all together. But go find it wherever you
It's
find
impossible. She's been on Good Morning America. She's been on
Which,
I'm sorry.
The View.
The View, right?
I know
She
she's
was
on The
on the
View.
Tamron show.
Right.
yes.
And if you know anything about the story and would like to chime in, please go ahead and click over to Roses Are Red podcast on Instagram. You can leave us a voicemail and we'll go ahead and play it live here.
Yes.
We'll go ahead and do that. So if you have any questions or anything, if you don't want to type it, you can go ahead and do it over here, one or the other. And poof, here's
Yes.
Oh, did you see
Casey's
that?
back.
It's a lighting thing. Is I have a smoke machine that goes and I'm
Yeah,
back.
that's amazing.
Yeah. Totally legal. Totally legal.
so
Yeah, this thing is fucking crazy. Like I started it. It's a 7. You have to be very invested in it. It's quick. It gets you like by the second one, you're like, all right, I gotta be.
I have to watch every single one, right?
Yeah, every single one. It just pulls you in. She's a hell of a storyteller.
She's really good at it.
She would stop at a certain points, like right when it got to a certain point where she was going to divulge too much to move the story forward, she would stop it, and then she would hit another topic and move that forward, like a real storyteller, like a friggin'.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. And like I said, you guys can go check her out YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. You'll find her.
So let's share this. Let's share the thing so we can kind of hear her, at least the first one, so people can get a clue, and then I guess we can talk about it. We're pretty much winging it. We don't have a way to do this. It's chronological.
It's interesting to know that she wasn't like viral before this. Like she had a fair following, but she just sort of started was like, I know what you're here for. Let's get into it. Like disclaimer, and just here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Beep beep.
Yes.
She went crazy. She went crazy. But it seemed like she had so much on her fucking chest, right?
Yeah.
Like
my question is, I would like to know what made her really want to go on TikTok and do it. What made her want to present this? I mean, I heard her say, well, for other women that are going through this, but I kind of feel like there was more to this with the way she was presenting it.
Being, let's just be real. Can I just say I've been with some narcissists, and right before I met Dave, I could have told a similar story, but not exact. I understand that when you're in that position, that you're like, fuck, this shouldn't happen to anybody else. And let me just tell my story. And I think that's kind of where her brain was. I feel like I related a lot to her. Again, before I met Dave, I had been with a lot of narcissists.
Is Dave a narcissist secretly?
No, he's not. No, honestly, before Dave, that's who I picked was, or they picked me. Let's be real, because I was a good mark. You know what I mean? I was, somebody, but I totally, I do relate to her story. So I understand that having been through some shit that I've been through, I would have had this been a thing back then, I'd have been like, let me say this, right? I mean, it was, so I understand why she wanted to go forward with it.
See, for me, it's complete opposite. For me, because I've gone through it, with my ex-husband.
I mean, yes, you have to.
Yeah, and Tiff, you're next. Let us know.
Yes, I've got a bit of a story myself too. So
I think I think as women, we all have stories, right?
Get it out, ladies. I want to hear it.
But see, for me, I wanted more of. I just wanted to get over it and keep going. Like I didn't want to go back and rekindle and open. Do you know what I mean? Like it was like, okay, I'm done. I'm free. I can move on.
I mean, I kind of feel that way too. Go ahead.
I couldn't tell a story this detailed about my trauma if I wanted to, like, to be honest. Like, even if I tried, it would be just like nothing like what she's managed to put together. And that probably does have something to do with the fact that she documented it during the thing. But I don't know, I guess I'm not I don't try to not speak about it. But when it does come up, I'm happy to spill and spew and answer any
Right.
questions that come about it. So I'm sort of in the middle of both of you there, I guess, interestingly enough.
I mean, it seems healthy to divulge, but also it's the same time you have to be a strong person to open those wounds and have them out and exposed, and you feel vulnerable, especially in this setting. There's people watching, possibly judging. It's, you know, you're
Oh,
vulnerable.
everybody's
Yeah.
gonna judge. Everybody's gonna question. If you go from the narcissist point of view, they're gonna say you're fucking crazy. And if you go from your point of view, you're like, this is actually what fucking happened. So I
This
mean,
guy's a liar. Like, so above everything. So you guys are going to get into this. People who are watching, this guy is one of the most pathological liars in the history of all pathological liars. Right? Have you guys dealt with anything like this? All any three of you?
yes.
Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I
So
mean,
it doesn't seem like I can't believe
Yeah.
everyone did that at the same time. But like it just but then it diminishes her story because it seems much more common than it, you know?
It doesn't diminish her story
This seems
because
crazy to
hold
anyone.
on, it seems crazy to men. Or
people that haven't experienced that kind of abuse and control, or at least witnessed it in some capacity, because you can only ever understand from your perspective, realistically. Like, it's unthinkable.
that's a great way to
It's
put it.
unthinkable. Yeah, it's unthinkable. Has anybody ever lied to you like, hi, I'm on the phone with someone and they're not really on the phone?
yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. That's much more okay. I didn't know it was like common like that. That's crazy.
It's not, I don't think it's all that common.
No.
Well, maybe it is.
3 women from across the world are saying saying yes. I feel like it's common.
A narcissist they will have their scripts so planned out to the point that they know how to speak to that other person on the other side of the phone and say things that other person will say it, and it just makes sense in your head.
Oh yeah.
You're like,
Word.
oh,
Okay. Oh, she right here.
yeah. Like it
A
just makes sense.
pathological liar as well, like, a habitual liar or whatever, there's usually a reason for why they lie. There's usually a limit to how far they'll let that lie get before they're like, okay, I fucking lied.
But a smart liar would remember his lies. A sloppy
But
one.
like a pathological liar, like this guy here, he doesn't have any of those senses. He has there's no limit to how far these lies are going to go. And like,
Right.
if he gets buried deep in it, he's just going to keep going and going. And the fact that that he's got a history of repeating this reality, it's become a reality for him. So
And that's the thing. A pathological liar like that they start believing their fucking lies. I mean, they don't really fucking believe him, but they're gonna double down on him. This is what is real. This is what happened, and it's. I mean, they make they gaslight you, and they make you feel like, oh, well, maybe I'm fucking wrong, but you're not.
Yeah.
Well, women have made me feel crazy before, so I'm not sure if it's on the same level.
Okay, so women and men can be pathological liars. I mean, it doesn't have to be just a man.
Definitely. Now, I might have been too stupid in my past relationships to even pick up on the fact that I was being lied to at whatever rate. I might have not been. I think men are not as analytical and not as checked in as women.
Hold on. Men are more analytical than women usually.
I don't know about that. Really? You guys think about everything inside and out. It just depends. I guess it depends who you're with, but like,
I guess it is.
Sometimes we're just what you see is what
we're
you get.
overthinkers. Sometimes it's when we we're women. Let me tell you, women are very good. They become, like she said, the FBI, the police. We're really good at, once we find one little thing, we're really good at finding out facts and stuff and digging.
that's how we double down.
Yes.
Yeah. And we play every role just to try to get, once we find out that you've lied, we're going to find out every little detail that you've said. And then we're going to make a mental note. And then later on, we'll bring it up. We'll bring it up in a conversation later on to see if are you going to stumble and bury yourself, or is it going to be the same? We'll wait, a little bit, and then we'll come back, and then we'll, but there is some women too that are the same way. They don't overthink. Like it's either you got it or you don't, I guess. I
They
guess it's just
actually
one of
say that exactly. Lying is a muscle in the brain, and you either know how to use it or you don't. For some people, lying is physically possible. For others, it isn't. So that's an interesting.
Do you agree that you need to be a certain level of intelligent to do that, because you have to keep two ideas in your mind at once that are competing, and you have to know which one's real and which lie you told what person. So there's got to be some level of like, I mean, unless you're this guy who has just spews whatever comes to his mouth, but like, and that's just embarrassing. It's a clown show whenever he speaks. But other people who are actually like methodical, like you're some kind of a, what's the guy, Patrick Bateman from American Psycho, where you can just
Yeah.
remember every single lie that you've ever said, and just, but that guy you can tell is super smart. He's not like sloppy about it. He probably has a shit, to not get caught. I've known those people as well, where it's like, wow, you are a good liar, not just an actor. Yeah, you're right. It's a muscle.
And the fact that they make you feel bad. They make you feel like you're the one that's in the wrong. You're the one that's overthinking. You're going crazy. You're the one that's nuts for doing all this shit.
I mean, it's a new term recently of gaslighting, but it is gaslighting, right? I mean, they're like,
The term actually came from a particular couple, and the gentleman in this couple kept turning the gas lights down so that they were flickering. And
Really?
she's like, "Are they flickering?" And she's like, "No." He was like, "No, you're crazy." So that's actually where
it's back in the
that's incredible.
1800s,
Really?
1900s. Yes, you're correct, Tiffy. But that's where the gaslighting came from. But most people don't realize that. Hey,
Richie Ruggs, what's going on? Let's see. I'm sorry, tough crowd. Not a tough crowd. I'm not controlling the comments. I fucked over a dead guy once. Had sex in a cemetery. I like that.
Yes, and hello, my sister, Jamie Kelly. Hello, beauties.
Sorry, we were just so into the conversation. I apologize.
Sorry about that.
But
not a tough crowd at all. What's up,
the
Richie?
term gaslighting, I mean, but it's
Jamie.
true. I mean, until I don't know. I don't know where my thought went there. I'm so sorry. But people literally are like, here, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, maybe I'm wrong. If you've been in that situation, you're like, oh, wait, maybe I'm the fuck up here. And
yeah. But a special kind of narcissist is this guy. So certainly we're going to see what she's talking about. We can't play all 50 parts of this fucking, it's long as fuck.
No,
but we can give you a synopsis and we can hand you off to watch it on your own time. However, we'll give you a synopsis. But one thing that really got me was, this is a special kind of narcissist that actually got off on, let's say she wanted to go buy a house or buy a car. She would take her to, I mean, these are modest people. She drives in like a 2012 Nissan Rogue that was upside down. And he wanted to, because he had all this money, say, let's go to the Audi dealership and test drive all these $90,000 cars.
Or let's look at the BMWs because you want this one.
I want you to be safe and I want you in this car. It takes a special kind of narcissist to know they can't afford it. Take you on the motion of looking at it, watching your face light up, and then taking it away. And then that's how they nut, right? Like that's their whole thing. So that's a special, I've never even heard of that. Like, let me take it away.
Let me be real. The guy right before Dave, that I was seeing, when he broke up with me, sent me an email thread that he had set up of, oh, I bought your ring today. I did this today, blah, blah, blah. Here's what happened today. And as we broke up, he goes, look at this email and go, and see what we did or what I did for you. God. He bought a wedding ring. He had asked my parents to marry me. And I was like, why? I'm a fucking adult. I have 2 kids. Why would you do that? He then sent me this email thread, log into this. And he wrote these things of whatever. That is a special fucking, it was awful. But he sent it to me after he fucking broke up with me because I wasn't a good enough mom to my kids from what he said. And it was fucking, at that point, awful for me. I was like, wait, hold on. this is this and whatever. But I mean, kind of the same thing of what this guy did. I mean,
He liked
Yeah.
to set you up. He liked to set you up and throw you down, like, you know.
yes, it was like when we first met. Oh, you're so into the arts. He took me to an opera. He sent flowers to my house. He whatever, and then I'm not good enough of a mom to even have his kids in there and blah 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 because of whatever. And I get this whole fucking email chain of this is what I was going to do today. This is what I asked your parents to marry you today, blah, blah, blah. And this was after he was like, no, I don't want you. Fuck off.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
Just
they're
to let
so
you
good.
know.
Yeah, it was fucking.
So fucking petty.
It was awful. No,
All right.
it was. It was bad.
Oh yeah, because I mean, I remember with my ex-husband when we were separating, he'd be like, well, you know, you could come back, but under these circumstances. And I'm like,
Yes.
no,
power
fuck
trip.
off. But then because
No,
I would
it is.
say, oh yeah, because then I would say no, and then he would say, well, you're never going to be good enough for nobody because you have baggage. And he would say that, and that would be because I had my daughter. But I wasn't gonna, you know, I'm like, no, I'll figure it out. I don't need you. I'll figure it out. We'll work on, you know. But I was already so set that no was like, I'm done. No, I'm out. You know,
You know,
there was no coming back.
some men are okay with that. You know, some men
And he
actually step
wasn't.
up and, you know, some men step up.
Most
So he's
men
wrong.
do.
Yeah. And you know, and you know, now I've been married for 18 years and my husband now is amazing.
Yep.
And he stepped up to the plate and be there for my daughter. But I mean, man, and you know, till this day I don't hate him. You know, I hope that he's resting in peace because he's taken his life, but I don't hate him because he's given me a beautiful daughter. I don't hate him because of
That's
that.
why you love him, or
Yeah.
not love him, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Appreciate what he did for you.
Appreciate
What he
probably
gave
a better
me.
word.
Yeah. I mean, 9 years of hell, but at least I have something that, you know what, that it's always going to be with my daughter, and we're best friends. We're, you know, we're super close and we talk to each other every day, but because of everything that, you know, she's had to grow up a lot faster than normal. And she's gone through a similar situation too with the narcissist. And it's just, it's tough. It's tough.
And
man.
around and
It's really
round we
tough.
go.
So this,
Round and
so
round we
this
go.
lady, Teresa,
Yeah.
she married, well, she got together with a gentleman right before COVID.
Mhm.
She found him
Scumbaggio.
on she found him on Tinder, I believe, right?
It was
No.
Hinge.
Facebook.
They met.
Hinge.
Yeah.
Well, they
They
matched
matched
on
on
2
Hinge.
dating apps.
Yeah.
They
and
matched on 2
Facebook.
dating apps, but those 2 dating apps that they matched on had 2 different names. They weren't the same.
Red flag
First-
number one.
That would be first red flag for me. I'd be like, why is your name over here? But I would wait because maybe it'd be like his second, you know, name. So I would ask him,
Yeah.
you know,
Let's get to
that.
the backstory here. Yeah, this guy's a scumbaggio of the highest order.
Yes.
That's right. I mean, you're gonna. Hopefully, we can get into this, into the end. But really, everybody should check this out on their own because there's a lot going on. I'm gonna go ahead and play this so to kind of get the ball rolling. Cool.
Yes.
One of who the fuck did I marry? So I met my ex-husband around March 4th of 2020. We met on Facebook dating site, and we also matched on Hinge. I did not realize that he was on both under 2 different names. So one was his actual name and the other one was a variation, like a nickname that he called himself. Different pictures. So it was a running joke between us. Oh, you ain't even recognize that you had matched with me on Hinge. No, I didn't. And also that should have been a red flag. By the way,
red flag number one. I mean, so
we can
yeah,
start counting.
yeah, we can. It would take like 6,000 red flags from. By the time I think the real booms came in around 45 and 46 45 and 46 is when she like those parts is when she like lays everything bare and it's bad. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this so far, Tiffy? Where is she gonna go from here?
Where is she gonna go from here? Geez, well,
She's gonna go get some ice cream.
Yeah.
she's driving to truth, sir. She is driving to truth.
Yeah.
I don't know. By this stage, it was just interesting because, she captivated people from the first second, like we're sitting there, we're listening to her, and she's just like portraying everything step by step. And you're just like, girl, why don't you stop it right there? Girl, what are you doing? And
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, man, so many times, like, and in the comments, they kind of roast her because it's like, you didn't know about this. But at the same time, I was talking to my wife, and I met my wife late, and in our lives. And I was talking to a family member that was here as well, and she's single and she's older, and they were both saying like, "Hey, that was me. Like, I didn't meet you yet. You know what I mean?" And I was an older, kind of getting older in my mid-30s. Like, I was ready to settle down, and like, when was it going to be my turn? I get that. So there's like a blinding agent that happens. You're like, wait, I really want this to work out because I want it to be my turn. I get that. People want to get married.
You want to get
They sort of
married.
get that
Well,
blinded
especially during the
excitement when you
time.
think you're on the level.
Especially during the time that this happened. This happened right before COVID.
Right as COVID was happening, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. Right.
I would say it would, none of this would have happened if not for COVID.
But here's a red
Agreed.
flag for me. On her side. Here's a red flag for me on her side. Okay, I know that you want to have that partner, you want to have that thing, but if you just met this person, and if we go a little bit further down the story, she gets a flat tire, she calls him and says, "Hey, I've got a flat tire." He comes and he helps her out with the flat tire.
Right.
He's her savior at that point, right?
So he's white knighting.
He not only helps her
here's
with
the
the
thing.
flat tire, he puts the temporary on,
Oh, yeah.
drives her to a tire store and buys a proper tire and gets that put on as well. So he's paid for this tire, he's flashing money, he's doing all the manly things you expect a husband to do, I guess.
Right.
But
You're right,
here's the
Richie.
thing.
Meeting electronically is already a red flag. You're right.
Love bomb.
Sometimes.
She works for the police department at this point, right? Okay.
Civilian, but she's not a cop.
Here's
But
my
yeah.
thing. I wouldn't be calling the guy to come change my tire.
She didn't. They were on the way to the date.
She was like, "Hold on, I've got this flat tire.
They were on the way to the date.
I'm not going to be there on time. I've got to get this fixed." He goes, "Hold on, I got you."
Oh, okay. So I might have missed that part.
Let me save your life.
And so then he changes his tire. Then they go out on the first date. They both pay.
Yeah.
Buys her a tire, and then they both pay, they split the bill, but then afterwards he pays for all the meals after that. According to him.
To him and her, actually. I mean, she said, when they quarantined together, he took care of the household bills, and she only took care of her own individual bills. My car, my insurance, my phone.
Now, wouldn't you really want to know what he does for a living? Because she says that he did.
He was working for a condiment company.
And wearing a company shirt to work every morning, or when he left the house every morning.
Right. She really hammered that home. Like, he put on a shirt every day and left the house where I thought he was going to work. Now, the condiment company was real. The condiment company was real, right?
And he worked there. Yeah. Yes.
No, his brother did.
I just want to know.
Wait, what?
Was he supposed to go? Was he supposed to be naked going out the door? I mean, I just want to. I mean, we all have a shirt. I mean, is there some
with company logos and everything?
Yeah.
After the first date.
Hold on. Here's why Dave says that. So on Dave's and my first date,
here we go.
My daughter stole my car out of the fucking garage.
See?
And as she was gallivanting around town while we were on our date, she hit a pothole and got a flat tire and ended up in a bad part of town. And my best friend called me and said, "Hey, this happened, blah blah blah," and Dave went down with me to the car, and he was trying to fix it. So literally the next day,
This is a lot like this story. It sounds a lot.
It kind of is. Only it didn't turn out this way because he's amazed. Literally the next day, he's like, "Oh, I can't really fix the car right now." I was like, "I got a car guy," which was my ex-husband. At that point, I wasn't full
Inside
in on
jokes.
Dave. Yes.
Inside jokes on the show.
However, this is why he said, unless she already had a car guy,
Right.
which was my ex-husband. So that's why.
All right,
we
buddy.
are saying that.
So, all right. And at this point, I'm handing it off to you girls. At this point, after the white knighting of they fix the car, right, and then they go on the first date, and then you went ahead to the quarantine part. It was about to be COVID, and they didn't know what to do, so they were like, "I don't want to." She, according to her, she doesn't want to quarantine alone, right?
She was adamant that she did not want to quarantine alone.
Well, there you go.
His story is that he's just transferred here for work for the condiment company, and he's in a temporary studio, like 1-bedroom scenario, small place. That's and he's supposed to be looking for a house and he's supposed to be getting a company car, but she's in a 3-bedroom house, like a much more space.
Mm-hmm.
So they decide to sort of move and stay and quarantine in her house, being that it's the better option of the two.
Right. And not seeing each other forever. It was a weird time. We all remember that time. It was weird.
I mean, you didn't want to quarantine alone. Let's be real.
I guess not. I mean, at this point, what would you rather, if you know the end of the story, wouldn't you rather quarantine alone?
I mean,
I wouldn't want to quarantine with somebody I just met.
But they hit it off.
I just find that interesting because she said she struggled with it because she, being a Christian lady, said that she would never live with a man that she wasn't married to. So I do find it interesting that it was so easy for her to sort of jump ships on that as well, being that it was pretty soon. Like, it wasn't a couple of months. Like it had been a few weeks at this stage.
I also found it funny. Yeah, I also found it funny how she's like, fuck around and find out or whatever. I mean, the F word flowed freely from her. You know what I mean? And she's like, but I'm Christian and I didn't want to do this and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I found that interesting, to say the least, because of, I mean, she was like, I am so Christian and whatever. And then
if I swore in front of my Christian grandparents, I mean, they would, I don't even want to know what would happen.
I mean, yeah, she was brought up that way, but you have that internal struggle. You have that, but at the same time, real life is happening, and you're like, fuck, I don't want to do this by myself. I get it. I'm not religious. I wouldn't have anything like that holding me back. The only thing holding me back is meeting a crazy bitch that's going to ruin my life.
Yeah.
But is it a crazy bitch or a crazy dude? I mean,
in my case, it would be a crazy bitch, but yeah.
We don't know at this point.
Right. No, at this point, this guy just changed his tires. He's a fucking awesome guy. He's 6'3", right? He mentioned that he was a football player. He went to San Diego State University.
Arena football player.
So he started off going to college at San Diego State, playing football there. And then he went to the Arena League.
Yeah.
Which
he made a shit ton of money, right?
A lot of money, which I used to watch arena football, and I can tell you two things. One, those people made like $30,000 to $40,000 a year. Those people did not make a whole lot of money.
I looked it up today. Yeah. The most that somebody would make in arena football was $64,000 a year.
Thank you. I knew it. I remember. And number two, put a little pin in this one. It's been done since 2009.
Yes.
Okay. That'll come back later.
I had to ask my husband, is there something called arena football? Because I've never even heard of arena football.
That is a thing.
That's actually a really interesting point because so she posted this, it was February 15th, which is an interesting date too, really. And Google spikes on searches for arena football went up the same day and the next day and continued on a way up that day and then continued on a spike. And searches like, what is arena football and how much do arena football players get made, all spiked in searches on Google's following.
Yeah, Google
her birthday,
crazy.
Isn't her birthday the 14th? Isn't her birthday the 14th or the 15th?
It's the 15th because I know it's 14th and 15th.
So we're a day ahead here in Australia. So the date stamp on Australian ones would have been different to yours just because
But
of
her
the time.
birthday, I believe, is
this
the
was-
14th or 15th. Yes. So go ahead.
Do you want to play a little bit of her clip, AC?
Yeah, I'm gonna play. I was trying to find the right place where we're kind of where our conversation is. So we're taking a stab here. Let me know if you want to go further or find something in particular.
Whatever.
COVID. So at the time, we could not tour a home. It would have to be a virtual tour. So this particular.
So just to catch you up, so they're together for a while and they're looking for a house now because he has like $700,000 in the bank at least. He's got a bunch of money from
more. Remember, he's got
offshore
3
accounts?
accounts. Yeah, he's got an offshore account. He's got his savings account. Then he's got another account that he was telling. So he's no, he actually has 4 because he shows her 2, but he has 4 accounts.
Much later on. He's not showing nobody nothing right now.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I would do the same thing. I mean, I wouldn't show somebody my account.
I was thinking about that when I was watching this, and I was like, this is a lot like Rose. Rose would never show nobody nothing.
Well, here's what I was thinking. I was thinking Dave and I merged accounts before we even moved in together. So actually, when we moved in together. So I mean, I don't know.
Even to this day, me and my husband, we have one account. Actually, yeah, one. No, he's not even. Actually, he's not even on that account. So we don't have any accounts together. Actually,
oh
to be honest
shit,
with you.
I don't understand that.
Good job.
We don't. But you know what though?
And
here, yeah, and you know what? I don't know what he has in his account. He doesn't know what. He doesn't know what I have in one of my accounts, and then but no, he doesn't have no clue, and I don't have a clue what he has.
Right, but did you tell him beforehand? Did you know how much he had before you got married?
No, because
You didn't know how much he had.
No.
No. Here's the thing. I actually did a very big background check on him.
No way.
Oh wait,
on
what?
him. I did a very and hear me out. I mean, I had gone
The
through a
background check doesn't
horrible
tell you how much he has in his bank.
I did a big background check on him, right? Because I didn't want to, for one, I already had baby daddy drama. I didn't want to have baby mama drama.
At the beginning of the relationship, though, yeah, not like.
No, this was in the beginning, like when we were.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you, and I'm gonna make this very brief. My husband was my boss, at that time, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't, I'd already gone. I'm going through my own divorce bullshit. I didn't want to go through some more crap later on and bring my daughter.
No problems
into
there.
it.
No problems there.
So no.
You didn't do a Risa teaser and wait till things got weird.
Right.
Right.
Especially having a baby. I had my daughter. She was 5. I didn't want to, bring her into something. And at that time, I didn't want to. I wasn't looking for a date, or I wasn't looking for a date. I wanted something serious and stable, and that's going to be something promising towards the end. And so, I did a very big background check on him, and I saw what I liked.
How much money he had in his account?
No, I didn't. No, I looked at the debt part. I didn't look at the money part. I looked at the debt part, and there wasn't anything there that bothered me.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if he did one on me, but I know I did one on him.
But
he was also my boss, so
yeah.
And there's my daughter commenting on the bottom.
$4. She's putting up Yelp shit. $4 signs.
There's my daughter comment.
So at this point, they're looking for a home because they've decided, you know what, let's do this. Tiffy, are they pregnant by this point?
Not yet. They've decided to start looking for houses
Together.
Yes, yeah, because they decided now that they were living together, where they're going to continue. Was he going to keep looking for a house himself, or were they going to look together? He had showed her an email from the condiment company stating, "I'm sorry that you haven't already got a house and this hasn't already been arranged for you." And he had also showed her paperwork from the bank with a pre-approval for a mortgage on a house.
I'm going to try to bring that Chase thing up so you can see the clown world this guy.
Yes.
Oh, yes. He posted all these things on TikTok right after these stories all got released, but that profile is being completely deleted now, so it's just gone.
Let's see. Legion. Chase.
No. No.
I got this.
Yeah, he did. I didn't even ask for a raise. I think I ended up getting fired. I think I ended up getting fired and getting promoted into his house. That's how that kind of
I
went.
mean, yeah.
Into his
My promotion was his house.
wifey.
Great
Yeah.
job. All right. So let's hear a little bit about her, and then we can jump ahead to like I don't know.
So are we missing, Tiff, are we missing anything, or Sam, are we missing right now anything? They've met on an app. He rescued her,
plenty of
his knight in shining armor.
Whacked her off her feet, did all the things.
Yeah, and now COVID is hit. She
Mhm.
doesn't want to be alone. She wants to be with somebody, and so she had a 3-bedroom house studio. She had a 3-bedroom studio.
It
He
wasn't
had
a
a
townhome.
No,
townhome.
she had the tiniest studio. He had like a rat trap house.
He
goes,
had
oh, this
a
is just
fucking-
temporary. And he's
yes.
like, oh, well, he has all his money in the bank. Of course, this is the interim before he gets a house.
I just wanna
Yeah,
know if
this
you-
is
if
where
you've
they
ever
put
met-
him when he moved here from
So
California.
from California, and he's in a little studio. She's got a 3-bedroom townhome where she's only paying, like she said, less than $1,000 a month on her
Right.
rent,
Which
is
that kind of tracks. I mean, let's be real. I mean, you can get something. However, it's funny. I mean, okay, maybe I'm going too far forward. He was like, I had my own fucking house at this point.
Right.
I wasn't there.
I don't know. We don't know about that, Richie. There
Right.
were 6 pics. I think it was just like they met and they're like, oh, he's the one. Because she did a TikTok, right, Tiffy? Like when she left Cheesecake Factory, she's like, this is the one. This guy's the one.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he played that John Legend song to her,
Right.
and she was like
Yes.
just totally infatuated
She
with
was like,
it. What was
swoosh.
See,
Yeah,
girl, like boys don't do that shit. We're not gonna be like, we found the one. Like we're just not like that, right?
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna tell
Yeah.
TikTok I found my wife. That's crazy.
so now they're looking for a house.
Yeah.
And he tells her that he has 750,000.
More, much more. Like
He
he has money.
has 750,000 has been approved by the bank.
by the bank.
Yeah, but he makes several cash offers, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're looking for a house, and they're going to quarantine together.
All right.
So I think he moves into her house, right?
He does, yeah. Now they're
He
looking for a house
does.
together.
Okay.
Villager, we found a house in Douglasville, Georgia, not Cobb
That's
County,
where she
but
wanted to be.
nevertheless, it's in Douglasville.
Oh,
I
that's
was
where
fine with
he was
Douglasville.
living.
That's a pretty
So
house.
we found
I'm
a
not going to
house
lie.
in Douglasville, Georgia. The realtor did a FaceTime tour of the house. The house was really a nice home. 5 bedrooms, 4 baths.
Shit.
So we did a
Very, very
FaceTime
nice
tour
house.
of the home, and the home was listed, I believe, roughly 400 and something thousand. I really like the house. I could see myself living there. I could see us living there.
Okay, can you guys see
You
yourself
see us
living in
with
that
little
house that
kids.
she showed?
This is
Mhm.
now.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
That was a very nice house. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie,
Yeah,
that's a very
for
nice
sure.
house.
Narcissistic nature. He flips the script and he like goes off. He's like cussing, going off, like he shouldn't, excuse me, I have the hiccups. He shouldn't be calling you.
this is the realtor.
If he has a question, he should call me because I'm the one that's on a mortgage. He was like, and now it's going to be an issue. And I said, well, did you put the offer in with him or not? And he said, no, I did not put the offer in with him. I put the offer in with a friend of mine who is a realtor.
Red flag number 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Or 565.
Right, so far. But like
Okay, there's one part I just can't get over. Her curl thing around her head.
my
I
wife
mean-
just bought that. My wife just bought that. She watches this thing and she's like, oh my God, the
I
curl
need
thing.
this. Well, that's her wig, obviously. Not obviously, but it's not her real hair.
Well, she made it known that she wears wigs. So
Yes, which
Cool.
is fine. It's just fine. Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't? I wear wigs.
I-
Less than a mil swipe right. You're right about that, Richie.
The truly in love can live anywhere.
That's true. But
That's
as
true.
you will find out,
As you will find out. I don't know if you want to live anywhere.
you can live anywhere.
right.
So he finally moves in with her, and he's paying for all the bills. He's
That's
ta-
what she's- yeah.
That's what she said, right? That he's taking care of all the bills.
Yeah, he's paying for the mortgage, or not mortgage, the rent, whatever, and she's only paying for her car, her cell phone, and her car insurance. Which, as a woman or anyone, isn't that amazing? All I have to do is this.
Right? Fuck it, sold. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that would be any ideal, and I think any woman's ideal thing, especially she doesn't have children.
Right.
So she just works for that, and she's making good money. She works for the police department.
Right.
And
It's okay money. She said she lives paycheck to paycheck, so she's not doing great. So
well, but that's not.
if your rent is to none because the man that you're dating
but that's
takes care of it.
That was the beauty of it, right? Like,
Yeah,
she's living
that's the
paycheck to
beauty of
paycheck.
it.
Somebody takes that off, and she says it's very intoxicating.
Freedom.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
I mean,
I
that's one
understand.
less bill. That's one
Yeah.
less of a electricity bill,
That's your
mortgage
whole
payment, or
your whole check goes to your phone, and then like to do your nails and shit. It's fucking awesome.
yeah. I mean, think about it. If you're making, let's say she's making, I don't know, $2,000 every paycheck. So she's making like, let's say $4,000 a month, right? And your car note is like what, 500? I think he said on
It's
one.
like 550, but she was upside down in a 2012 Nissan Rogue that was like 125,000 miles over.
But I mean, if your car note is only 500, let's say another $200 or $300 on insurance. I don't know how much insurance here in Cali for. I mean, I know for my vehicle is like $400 a month.
Right.
So
I don't know.
She's doing all right, but
I
a guy
pay
took
like
over.
$300 for 3 cars for full coverage. So I don't know. It's Nebraska.
Are we breaking down car insurance right now?
No, but I'm saying, I mean, think about it. So let's say your expenses are only $300. Let's say $1,000 on just
Right.
expenses. You're
And
still
you're
left with
making 4.
3,000.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's still fucking good.
So you're saying that she's bad with money? Are you taking his side now?
Well, I mean, if you listen to him,
part of it, you know what, I do. After listening to
Legion stan. I found a Legion stan. Somebody who loves Legion.
Look, I don't love him, but there's parts that I do agree with him, and there's parts that I agree with her. I'm in between. It's so hard because it's so hard because there's so many red flags that I would have probably walked before they got married.
Well, obviously, and that's what the pastor said, right?
I think
the pastor was like, nah.
Yeah, exactly. Your pastor. So I mean, I think okay. So let's fast forward a little bit. She gets pregnant, right? And she has a miscarriage. And when she has a miscarriage, he doesn't go to the hospital to be there. That to me would have been like done. You weren't there to pick my ass up.
I'm doing my best to skip to the right parts, but
you're very close.
Tiff, you have some notes, right? What do you have? You want me to go somewhere?
Pregnancy was about part 3, so maybe video 4, so maybe just before that.
4.
Sam, is there anything you've got
around there? Well, I think it might be important to note at this point he's putting in false, like, so she thinks that they've put in like to buy this house through this real estate agent that they've been working through, and she can see on the internet that it's under contract, that all these things are happening, and she thinks it's happening, and then the real estate calls her and tells her that it's not happening, and that's where she's just touched on, oh no, I didn't do it with him, it was a friend. So she thinks they're making that, you know, that they're buying this house. She thinks that it's up on the website that they're like about to move in. She's dreaming, she's looking on the website, and then they've fallen pregnant.
Right.
Yeah, and on the website it says it's off the market, right?
That's right.
Well, she checked Zillow to see, just like some kind of intuition, and she's like, "Let me see if this guy actually did put in a bid." You know,
there you go, AC. You got your Legion was great.
Legion was great. That's it. Your team Legion. You're the one that's against.
No. I'm not team Legion. Right. I just there's certain things that I kind of agree with them, but certain things I don't agree with them. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot I don't agree with them. There's
when I was in an abusive relationship, there were some things that I put up with looking back, and I was like, I knew that was bullshit at the time.
Right.
Why did I, like, that's embarrassing,
Right. Totally.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Totally. I was going to ask you that later. Like, do you ever feel like you were like lied to so badly, but you were like, you know what? I get it. I'm just going to have to deal with it for X and Y reason, you know?
I think my favorite one would have to be, we were sort of broken up, maybe getting back together sort of at the time. And he was like, what are you doing today? I was like, I plan on going out and doing whatever. And he's like, don't do that. Stay at home. I'm going to be over soon. Let's hang out. So I stayed all day waiting for this dude at home instead of going out and doing all mother day or texting him like, where are you? He's like, I'm coming soon. I'll be there soon. He was around the corner at the other girl's house. And if I had left the house, I would have seen his car parked there and known.
But see, okay.
Well, and there's also these grand gestures, right?
My God, Tiffy.
No, I agree. So in my experience, the guy right before Dave, he was we had broken up because I was a bad mom, and he thought I was a bad mom. And then I get this text. He was going to Florida, and he goes, I can't think of you with anybody but me, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, same. Yet he was going down to Florida to be with the woman he actually married.
Wait, what? Okay. First of all,
he was cheating on me with her, and he married her, and they're not together now. Let's be real, because he's a fucking narcissist. Fuck up.
We're gonna need our own 50 parts of this to catch up.
There's so many things.
We're on part 4, and we're doing. This is awesome because we're getting all the awesome stories from you guys. But this is great. We're gonna have to. I hope you're free for the next 4 Saturdays, Tiff.
Yes, please.
But you know what? But you know what? I wonder if every fucking narcissist man does that, because my ex-husband would say that he was going to the University of Phoenix, and he would say, "Oh, I got to go here because my schooling, which is an online course. A lot of people know it's either you could do either or. You can do online or you could do." And he would be like, I have to go into class. I got to go to the University of Phoenix.
I'm like, dude, that's the University of Phoenix online.
And I'm believing this shit, right?
Of course
mind
you were.
you, we bought our house, and I was, God, I just literally turned 18 when I bought my first house. He was,
which is insane,
with the woman. He was with this woman that turned out to be his wife 4 houses down from my house.
Jesus.
So he would pull out of my house into her house and park it in the driveway into their garage. I never knew for 4, he'd say, I got to go for 3 days. I would she knew about me, but I didn't know about her.
Oh shit. So wait, that makes you the mistress.
Well, no, we were married. We were married.
Right, hold on. Right, that's the mistress, but she knew about. Okay, so she was fine with you. She was fine being with a married man.
She's like, I'm good. I know you have this.
She was waiting, from my understanding, from the story I got, is that she was waiting for, I guess, her, because she was from I think the Philippines or something, waiting for documentations or whatever, and that was the reason why. I mean, it took 8.5, 9 years later for all that shit to kind of play out. But I believe I didn't. Why would he lie to me? You know what I mean? Why we're married? Why would he? We have a child together.
So many reasons.
I understand that. Yes.
So that's why this story, it really touches home on a lot of things. But then there's a lot of things where I look at his side and I'm going, well, okay, she didn't manage your money well.
I think the main reason is that
in that moment,
I don't think you would be down with my girlfriend. If we were married, I don't think you would be down with me and my girlfriend. So I think I'm going to have to lie to you.
But in that moment, though, when you find somebody who says they love you and that you're good together, especially if, I remember the first person that was abusive and whatever, and a narcissist to me. I didn't ever think they'd ever not have my best interest at heart, because I had such a good, role model with my parents and whatever. I'm like, if you tell me you love me, of course you do. And then now I'm in this fucking spiral of you're not treating me right, whatever. I think that's kind of why anyone would fall for it, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
What was the worst case? Well, it's Tiffy. Let's go with you. What was the worst case of someone lying to you, bar none, where you were like, holy shit, I cannot believe you just fucking lied to me like that?
Okay, well, trigger warning, I guess, for anybody watching. I was actually groomed as a child. So I had to go through a very big therapy, self-growth, trauma recovery sort of journey to sort of understand what parts of my childhood were completely false, wrong, what sort of beliefs on myself were imposed that made it possible for him to control me in this position. So quite a dark journey there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I
but
didn't mean
not
to
deep dive into
uncover
that
that.
too much more.
I didn't mean to peel back that layer. More like, you know, I guess just a bold-faced lie where you're like, oh my fucking God. I get you have many, many, many. So it's probably hard to pinpoint one, but holy crap. Like
Totally. That the girl in the next street one was just like
that was bad.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
honestly, like if I had literally, I would have had to walk past to go. If I had gone to buy milk, you know,
You would have
something
seen it.
simple,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I would have seen it. But he just convinced me he was on his way and getting delayed, and I sat in my house and cancelled my plans all day.
Waiting like a little princess home, just waiting for this to happen.
Yep.
It's like when I used to wait for my dad to pick me up. Anyway.
Richie Ruggs has a question here. What is better, to be a wife or a mistress?
At this stage of the game, probably a mistress.
Yeah. At least being a mistress, you know where you stand.
Yeah.
If you know you're the mistress.
You're right.
You know what?
If you know,
that's the key.
Yeah, you're right, Tiffy.
You better know
you're
that.
correct.
Yeah. You better have the wherewithal to
If
know
you know
you're
you're the mistress, that's where I'd like to be. Being the wife, you're having the wool pulled.
You're fucked. Because
you're in
you know what?
you're in your little bubble. Like, I love you. Here's your house and everything. But I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
I mean, shit. I remember with my ex-husband, I had 3 fucking jobs trying to pull our mortgage payment, and you know, while he decided that he was going to get out of the military, and you know, he was going to go to the University of Phoenix to become a big computer engineer, and here I am working 3 fucking jobs and taking care of my kid at the same time, while he's over here doing all his thing.
Can I ask you guys the same question? Either one of you, Rose, or what was the worst bold-faced lie someone told you, a significant other, and you were like, wow, that is demonstrably false? You remember anything? Does that uncover too much pain?
I'm trying to think of which is a good one.
I can probably go back to when I was left.
Yeah.
I was all right. Fuck off, Jamie. I was left. I was left as collateral for a drug deal, and
pardon me.
I was left as collateral for a drug deal.
My missus will stay. I'll go get the.
I know.
You didn't even say trigger warning. At least Tiffany was
I'm
like,
sorry. Trigger warning.
Wow. Trigger warning for everybody.
So the guy I was dating at the time, he said he was fucking this stripper named Sugar. And yeah, her name was Sugar, or her stripper name was Sugar. And he was doing this deal with a guy I actually knew. And I was sitting in the car with these girls who were younger than me. So I was like 20, 21. And these girls were like 16. And they're like, do you realize you're collateral for this? And I was like, what? Nope. Didn't even fucking realize. You realize he's fucking this bitch? I'm like, I kind of do, but he's not. I don't have proof. That was one of those times I was like,
wow.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just going to unload all of this shit. But no, yeah, I was left as collateral for a drug deal, and had it not gone right, I don't. Thank God. And I don't. Whatever.
What's the alternative? I'm sorry. So if it would have gone awry, then you would have been owned by a person.
Mm-hmm.
Owned.
Yes. Thank goodness. That the dude that was doing the drug deal knew who I was and probably wouldn't have, but. I don't know. I don't know what would have happened. So yeah, I was collateral for a drug deal.
Let's see. Richie says the mistress wants to be the wife, but the wife probably doesn't want to be the mistress. It's quite confusing. It is. Yeah.
And I was told that I needed to work out because while they were eating tacos, they said, I wanted to see your face, not your gut.
What?
I mean,
you know what, Jimmy,
I'm sorry. I was 100 pounds, and I was told I needed to work out because while they were eating,
Somebody told her
popcorn-
she was too fat.
You know
And
what?
you were 100 pounds.
Yeah.
My ex-husband.
Are you 1'5"? Like it's the only way you would
She's
be fat.
5'1".
Yeah, okay, it's
She's
100 pounds.
tiny.
You're
Yeah.
right on the money, Jamie. Doing fine.
Disclaimer, and you know what, Jamie? My
Bullshit.
ex-husband was the same way.
Fuck that
My
dude.
ex-husband was he refused to have a fat wife. That was his biggest thing.
Well,
And it was
what's his name? I'm more of a fan of his now.
Oh, stop.
Hey, you like Legion? I like.
I didn't say I liked Legion.
There's some things I like from your
I
ex-husband. Some
didn't
things
say
I
I
don't.
like Legion. I said there's things that I do agree with him, and there's things that I don't agree with him. But it doesn't mean I like him. I
Same.
think he's a pathological liar. His story is just fucked up. And I feel for her. I feel for her because of certain situations. It is a trigger warning for a lot of people that have gone through this
It's so
situation,
fucked up.
man or woman. Because there is men that do go through this, and there is women that do go through this. And I think I honestly think men don't really speak about it as much because of maybe they feel embarrassed or maybe they feel ashamed or whatever the reason is. But I feel that there is probably an equal amount of women and men that do
I'm
go
sure.
through this.
Yeah.
I'm
You
sure
know?
there are plenty of women who are narcissists that make men feel that way.
Do you guys have any?
Absolutely.
Do you guys have any? I know that we're going off the rails with like the story and
It's
everything, but
fine.
this is much more interesting, honestly.
It
Sometimes,
is.
like, you know,
But
what's
everybody else, please go check out that story.
Oh no, I mean we're still going to talk about it, but it's like therapy hour is pretty cool too.
This is kind of what we do.
And that brings up questions because I mean I have my own traumas. Everyone is a man, but so ladies, do you have a friend who is like kind of like the inverse of Legion, like a habitual liar that's a friend, and you know that this girl does guys wrong and kind of uses them in a certain way? And not that I'm saying that you would be friends with somebody like that, but do you know a woman that has those kind of tendencies to use up guys and like lie and all that?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I have a friend that she relies on sugar daddies. And she's
Like
got a
Jamie.
she relies on sugar daddies and pays her rent, pays her bills. I mean, she's driving a brand new fucking Ferrari and driving down the street, like, pays her $1 million mortgage. She's got a beautiful fucking house on the beach. With no strings attached. She's just got to go out to dinner and that's it. I mean, I
Come
do
on,
have
she's
one.
got to give it up a little
Dinner?
bit, right?
I'm going to be honest with you.
She's got to get up the putty a little.
No, she is stingy as fuck. Now,
Stingy with the poon?
now, if it's a woman, she's, hey, hoo-ha, here I am.
Oh,
Oh, she's
But-
she's bi when she needs to.
No, she doesn't like men, period.
oh, so she
Plot thickens.
You know what? And
lassos
and
the
if
men.
you lovely friend, if you ever want to come onto the show, please let me know.
I would love to interview her myself. That would be fantastic.
And let me tell you, and she's drop dead gorgeous. Fucking drop dead gorgeous. She's, oh my Lord, have mercy, right? But she does not like men.
But she uses them up, and she kind of like,
She
and not in a bad
uses
way,
them.
but like she
Spits them out and
to an
chews
end,
them up,
right?
Yeah.
Yep. And
What about
all her thing is to go out to dinner, go to parties, go hang out. And she does. She goes to A-list celebrity parties. Like, she's out there. And that's the contract agreement she signs in the beginning.
She prefers women, but she omits that from.
But she
From the
signs an
male.
agreement.
She signs an agreement and says, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to fuck you, but I'm going to be your arm candy, right?
And there are
Yeah,
people
and then
who would pay
At
that
least
much
she's
money to be
honest
arm
about
candy.
it.
And she has a DNA. Like, you've got to sign a DNA to be with her. Like, if you go to a party with her, you have to sign a DNA
An NDA.
or
NDA.
NDA. Yeah,
Yes.
NDA. You can't just go.
I
I
understood.
thought she had good DNA. Like it was, man, this takes.
No, I
Original.
actually, in my
Words are fucking hard.
I was like,
Words are fucking
we're
hard.
fucking dyslexic. We understand.
Hey, really quick, everyone. I just want to say hi to everybody on Twitter. We're live on Twitter, and there's
Yes.
more people than ever on Twitter. So I just want to say hi to the Twitter fam and all those new followers that I got there. So
Yes.
appreciate it. Yeah,
Yes.
welcome to the
Please
podcast.
like, follow, and subscribe.
Yeah.
We would really, really appreciate it. Please
Twitter,
do.
sorry, X. It's called X.
Whatever.
So please like, follow, and
It's
subscribe. We
fucking
really
Twitter.
appreciate
I
it.
worked for Elon Musk for many, many, many years, and I can call it whatever I want.
Yes.
AC was his personal.
No, yeah, I worked for Tesla for many years, as people know. So I drive a Tesla to this day.
Do not
So-
approach.
It's fucking amazing, by the way.
Oh yeah, that car is pretty cool, right? We when you guys came to Vegas,
you know what?
I stepped on it a
mean,
little bit. Yeah.
When I was younger, before I met my husband, I dated someone way older than me, and there was nothing there. Like really, but he would fly me and my girlfriends out to Vegas. He would pay for everything.
Hard to believe.
But we never. There was nothing there.
No.
Like we never did anything physical.
You never did anything.
No.
Right?
I mean,
okay, hold on.
You never
Hold
did
on.
anything?
was I their arm candy?
Nothing?
Absolutely. I
Hold
was their
on.
arm candy.
I can say I married and had a kid with that guy.
What guy?
No, back in the okay, so back in the day, fuck, I hope my kid isn't watching this. My
Let's-
ex-husband,
Oh boy.
he was the
Cover your ears,
dealer.
honey.
He had
Best episode
drugs
yet.
and things and
Yeah.
whatever. And he was like, oh, well, what? And I was like, oh, I'll sit in your lap. I'll whatever. And it turned out that it happened that I fucking married him and had a kid. But that wasn't the thing. Rose, I feel like it was your situation where I was trying to be like, oh, whatever. You can be my sugar daddy. But it didn't happen that way. I actually fucking had a kid with him, which she's the best kid I've ever had.
Just put that out there right there. Wow. We're hard truth today on the Road
No,
to the
hard
Red
truth.
podcast.
I was like, let me be this person, and I don't know. Kind of the way you were like, but he was way older than me. And it happened. Sometimes we do things. But
I'm talking
Sometimes
the
we do
guy I
things.
was dating was about 40 years older than me.
not that old.
Wow.
40.
Okay, let's see, 20.
27,
I was
25.
20. Okay, I was 25 and he was 60, 62, 63.
No,
Okay,
nothing
so-
wrong with that.
No.
But you know what? Okay, and let me tell you, it would have gone. I would have maybe ended up marrying him.
What?
That means having sex with
but
him.
let
You
me
know
tell
that,
you-
right?
let me tell you.
That means having
But
sex
let
with
me
him.
tell you, this is where it went wrong for me. And I know he had the money, like I know he had we went out to dinner and the waitress comes up and she goes, "Oh, I see you brought your daughter to dinner. So sweet."
That was it. That was the thing that broke the camel.
Between that and that same night, my husband goes, "So, you want to move in and take this another step further?" And I'm like, because I was chasing
Yes,
my husband.
please.
My husband,
Right?
I was chasing my husband. I'm not gonna lie. I chased him for a long fucking time. I chased my husband for a long time. Right? I did. I chased him. This is who I wanted, but he was like, "No, I'm the boss. I didn't want the rebound. I don't." So he really made me fucking go through hoops and limbos and fucking
Good.
But then once
See how
we
it feels? See how it feels, Rose? To go through hoops.
Well, let me tell you.
Qualify-
But once we got
qualify for
together,
your love. People got to qualify for your love.
but no. But once we got together, I threw him through hoops because it took him another 6 months to even remotely. Even I lived in his house remotely for anything.
Hold on. You lived in his house for 6 months and he didn't get anything?
Nothing.
I've heard this story before, and it's absolutely insane.
had
This
to
guy was
fucking
gay as fuck.
work
This
for
guy
it.
was gay. Had to be.
Look,
He had to
No
fucking
work.
work for this.
you know what? One of these days, I'm gonna put him on here and let him.
We
so he
need
can
to
tell
hear
us
this.
because.
I
No, I
never-
was like, you know what? You made me fucking suffer 6 months. I'll make you fucking suffer.
Oh, I thought
6
you. No,
months.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not calling him your husband now gay. I thought you were talking about the other guy, the
Oh,
older guy.
no.
No.
That
that's-
guy's gay. No, I know.
Listen
I know
now.
your husband now ain't. I'm talking about. I thought you were talking about him. The
No,
older,
my
the older guy
husband-
must have been gay. For like,
Oh, nothing.
here's
nothing.
money. Here's money.
But
Have a good
but see, let
time.
me tell you, he
Yeah.
did love to have, and I have a lot of attractive girlfriends that are very beautiful. You know, there are a lot of, you know, some of them are very beautiful, and he loved that. He wanted to have the more friends I brought, it turned him on or something. Like,
He
he
was like
loved that shit.
Yeah, an entourage of
Hefner.
girls, an entourage
Hugh
of beautiful
Hefner.
women.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean, think about it, and then we were
Kidding?
just like, I mean, he'd be like, "Oh, take my jet and go to Vegas, and I'll meet you
Fuck
out there."
yeah.
Fuck
Got me
yeah, I was
bricked
like,
up. Got me
we
bricked
stayed
up
at the
with all these girls.
Bellagio's penthouse. Let me tell you, that 2-story at the Bellagio, best place ever.
I bet.
I mean, I don't know if he. I mean, I doubt he's. I mean, yeah, I don't know where he's
Well, I
at
mean,
now, but
If you were 20 and he was 60, he's probably not alive now.
probably he's just
He's gone.
he's-
He's
Or
gone.
he's-
He's gone now,
He's
sweetie.
dead now.
Tiff,
does he have any children?
did you get to answer that question? Did you get to answer the same question? Do you have any friends that like
I do. I've got friends, I've got family. I've got a girlfriend that constantly I'd be talking to, and she'd be like, I don't know why I lied, but that was a lie, which was always very interesting. But
Wow.
more interestingly than that, my mum's most recent ex-husband is a lesion, if I've ever seen one. For fun, he used to do things like put ads up on our equivalent to Craigslist for, say, like a job. And he would do phone interviews with these people and get emails of their resumes and like tell people that they've gotten their job and send them all this information about a job and have them travel for hours and hours and hours to rural areas. And then they'd call him up and be like, I'm here. Where are you? Where's the job? And he would just start laughing and just like completely screw with complete strangers' lives, to the point where my mum's like IP address is now banned off of all of those types of sites.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like, he doesn't live there anymore. He's gone, and like she's got like new everything, but it's her like location. Can't access those websites.
Yeah, these are
anymore.
epic. This is an epic troll. This is like a troll from like another universe. He's like amazing.
Yeah, I
My
like
God.
honestly like study it. Like it's fascinating.
Pathological, just compulsory, right? I think that's the word. Like you can't stop. And the delusions of grandeur, it's always about money, because when you mix it with narcissism, it's always about money. How they can set you up. But the only thing that really got me with this story was how I've never heard that before. Let me show you what I can give you and then take it away. That is the most cruel.
That's what he got his
shit.
jollies off on, right?
Right.
I mean, he was like, let me show you this house or show you this car.
Or this
And
holiday.
yes,
Right.
and let me take it away. You know, I can't do that for you.
It's a power
I'm
trip,
not
and,
going to do it.
and that's why people aren't vulnerable anymore. So remember, we were talking about being vulnerable earlier, and like really putting your feelings on display and your history, and for people to judge you on the internet everywhere. The same thing. You're being vulnerable for somebody for them to just take it away, to make your dreams.
Wasn't to buy her like a Beamer too? Like he told her at one point,
an Audi A8. When she said
no,
Audi A8, I was like,
no, it wasn't even
Audi
that. It was a BMW with a blue outside and a
cognac inside, right?
interior.
Yeah.
Another Google spike on that, the BMWs, the colors, all the things, which was actually really interesting because after the story come out, BMW sort of implied that they were going to give her a car, because everybody had done that. The GoFundMe had been done, and and Delta had put the flights up, and all these different hotels were giving her accommodation. And then BMW put a TikTok post up that said, "On our way to find a BMW." And they didn't say it, but they suggested it. And then in the comments, somebody said, "Are you giving her a car?" And BMW replied, "That's the plan." Now, this post got up and deleted almost like 24 hours after it had gone up. So bit of controversy around that.
Somebody was like, "You're not going to give her a whole car, are you?"
Well, can we talk about the GoFundMe and the Cash App and stuff? I understand. I mean, I actually believe her more than him. Let's be
absolutely, 100%.
I mean, 2,000%.
Right.
Yeah.
However,
what are the parts you don't believe?
No. I believe her at all parts. However,
all right, before we go, can we have a quick shot?
Oh yes.
I'm out of liquor. I'll do something.
Hell's no. AC, you know what, AC? I mean, I understand Tiffy because it's 12 in the afternoon for her. AC,
I mean,
come on.
I would disrupt the whole thing.
And you know what? And AC is in Vegas, guys. He's in Vegas, and let me tell you,
right?
Come on.
What the fuck?
All the casinos have pipes of liquor coming into my house.
Well, I mean, he does have a birthday to go to soon.
But
you know what? I'll do one better for you. Trust me, I'll be doing something on my end.
So my point is
ready? 1, 2.
Cheers.
Let's go.
Cheers.
I'll sip my coffee.
Your coffee's got
All
liquor.
right.
My
What was
point
that, Sam?
is
Sorry.
though, asking for money through all of this, she was making money through TikTok.
But was she
whatever.
asking for it, or was it just like out of the
She
kindness?
put her
of your heart?
cash app up. I feel like on well,
Fuck, that's a good
birthday.
idea. I should put my
The
cash up.
fundraiser started through another TikTok called the Jolly Good Ginger, as far as I understand.
Okay.
That's right.
So
right.
he was live. They did a bunch of lives together on TikTok where like they deep dived into the questions and things like that. Like hours of footage there as well. So as far as I know, it was the Jolly Good Ginger that started the GoFundMe.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Well, and I never saw. So when I was watching the Legion interview, which I found it odd that the guy who interviewed him was not a good podcaster. Let's be real.
I loved his face. He was just like this.
He didn't say shit. He asked a couple of things.
Did he directly answer a single question that whole
No,
2 hours?
he didn't. He didn't. He didn't. It was awful. Even Dave was like, "What the fuck? This guy isn't even good at interviewing people."
Or was
But
he
I'm
the
glad you found that.
or was
Because
he the
rem-
best ever? Was he the
I
best
mean,
ever?
glad you
maybe
found
because
that.
he was like,
You just let him talk.
he
But
did.
I'm glad you found that, Sam, because here's the thing. This story, all I heard was her side.
Right.
You know, until now. When I heard his side, in the beginning, he talks really good in the beginning, right? But it's when he
Kind
gets
No,
to
he
the,
don't.
I mean, in the beginning, kind of, right? Until he gets to the part where he starts going in circles. And you'll know when he starts going in circles, and you're like,
He goes in circles the whole fucking thing.
The guy would ask. Actually, he was pretty good because the interviewer would ask, "Who's Eric?" And he'd be like, "Well, let me tell you
everybody
about
with a friend.
something
So,
completely different."
as it was unfolding real time on TikTok though, Legion or Jerome McCoy actually did some response videos from a profile that's now been deleted, and he came out like,
Right.
"Oh, you know, Teresa, stop lying. You know that the reason we broke up is because I walked in on you and Bradley." And it's just like, hang on a minute, we ain't even ever had to know Bradley. Like,
Who the fuck is
what's
Bradley?
going on?
Right.
Like, and that profile on TikTok completely gone. He's got a new profile where he's posting different things. So all of
He's
this
a
other
relationship
stuff-
coach.
Yeah,
Yes.
a relationship coach.
Oh, shit.
And if you
That's
search
where I
his
needed to
name,
go.
Jerome McCoy, there are a whole bunch of poor other blokes that have got on their bio, "I am not Legion." So this guy is like, it's just crack up. It's like affected all of these other blokes. But yeah, relationship counselor.
I mean, there are so many things to unfold with this motherfucker.
Give me
Yeah.
a second.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna find
just
this
for
guy.
everybody, she meets this guy, and then during COVID, they ended up moving with each other. They were going to buy a house, but because they didn't buy the house because the interest rates were too high,
Right.
and they decided to wait.
Wasn't going to show proof of funds.
Yeah, and he didn't want to show anybody proof of funds, and they wanted to move on. Then they stay at the house.
What I loved about his fucking interview with this weirdo podcaster,
Yeah.
is he's like, we never fucking moved in together. I was always at my house, and I would just come over on the weekends because it was COVID, and I didn't want her to get sick.
Big lie.
Bullshit.
Big lie.
Bullshit.
Big lie. But I mean, again, we're
But
gonna
then
need
remember-
several weeks for this.
They were going to go
Because-
see his sister, but his sister was a nurse, and then
His actual sister, or was she his sister?
Well, we're laying this out like crazy,
And
right?
we're totally
right,
fucking this up.
We're fucking this up.
We're
Yeah.
okay. Sorry for you guys have to go watch this whole document or this whole thing on TikTok or
Bullshit.
YouTube. Then we missed the part where she's pregnant. She gets pregnant with him, but they're not married. She gets pregnant.
That's a big
She
thing for
has-
her. Yeah.
Has
she's
a
not married.
miscarriage. Yes.
She has a miscarriage, but he doesn't pick her up from the hospital.
No, because
that
he's too
was-
busy at his job.
That
yeah,
to
and
me,
his assistant has to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, he's busy in this meeting."
Yeah.
Mhm.
that to me would have been a red flag. That to me would have been
All of it.
Oh, you
fuck
think?
you.
You think?
But you know
All
what?
of it.
I mean, all of it would have been a red flag, right?
Well,
And that would have been
if I'm making $200,000 a year, Okay, I know that might not be too much for you, Rose, but if you're making
Right, Rose. Wait, that's a drop in the bucket.
A drop in the bucket. I make that during Super Bowl. If I was making $200,000 a year and you had to do a procedure where it wasn't quite, I don't know if I can say the word, but a termination of pregnancy, right?
It was,
but it was so early on. I'm just trying to look. I'm even giving him a lot of leeway. Okay, if it was true, but none of it's true. But in this scenario, if I was making that much money and it was like an early on, like the fact that it's not viable, but it's not super into, I could see a world where I can be like, honey, I can't go. I have this meeting where I but at the same time, if you make $200,000 a year, you can also tell people, hey, I'll be back, So
however,
he's not making that.
Regardless of where it was viable or not, it's as a woman, you're like, I am pregnant.
Yeah.
And now I'm not.
Right.
And this is a big thing because it's emotional and whatever, and it's painful. He should have fucking been there.
The other thing is, it's Corona, so he couldn't even have gone in. He only had to drive her to.
He only had to pick her up.
Great point, Tiff.
That's it.
Yeah, it's Corona.
He just had to fucking pick her up. That's it.
Once again, all this is happening during the vid-19, and none of these lives would have been as viable. I think they wouldn't have had to move in together as fast. They wouldn't have had to rush into well, what are we going to do now? Buy a house? And then I just wonder if it wouldn't have been Corona. She just
really wanted to be fucking married. I understand that. That was her. That was her issue.
So
and this guy's like, I'm gonna fucking prey on your really wanting to be married because we're older and being like, oh, we should do this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like he preyed on her for that.
So everybody who's watching this, this is legends that AC has put up here.
Legion.
Pay attention, or legions. Legends. Legions. Words are fucking hard, okay?
Words are.
I fucking get it.
Pay attention to details. I'm one of those people that I pay attention to everything around the outside of the box, and then I zoom into the person's face, what they look like. Pay attention to everything. And remember, this guy supposedly has lots of money.
Yeah, he played arena football, which pays you
$64,000 a year.
And he played for 3 years.
And he had like 700,000. He has offshore accounts.
Of course. Rose, can you bring up the Jamie's?
Which one? I just let me go back
4 months.
Oh, let me go back to
I made out with a girl. Yeah, no, that's good. Let's read that.
DNA don't approach.
Mm-hmm. I made out with a girl that turned out to be a boy, but I guess that I was never lied to. True. I mean, there you go. That's somehow it was your choice. Rub it in. I can take it. So.
Oh, geez.
Love your accent, Tiff.
I do. I love that. Tiff's absent. Absent. Don't mind me. Words are fucking hard right now.
Tiff's accent is absent. I want to do a show. That's what I wanted to get to. What do you mean by that? You want to come on the show?
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
love to have you.
He wants to come on the show. Also, we have something coming up. Dave has a thing that he wants us to do, and it should be great.
Yep.
Jamie said. Jamie told you that she loves your accent, Tiff. I'm sure you heard that a few times.
That's my sister.
Only when I talk to people that aren't from here, because obviously I don't even realize I have an accent.
Well, you don't there. You do here, though.
Yeah. Well, she says it's beautiful, and you guys are good. Thank you. Thanks, Richie.
Thank you.
Let's talk about. Okay, so I'm sorry, Jamie.
I'm gonna go down the comments real quick.
Yeah, read those.
Can you read that for me, AC? Because words are a little hard for me.
It says I lost my first 4 months, was hospitalized because I almost died, and the dude never came to the hospital.
Wow.
I know who that dude was.
I was not comfortable reading that.
Prick.
That was very intimate.
3 times, bitch. Jamie says yes. And then you guys are great.
Oh, thank you, Rich. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. It's free. We would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Subscribes are free.
And everybody on X. What up? The new family on X. We're getting big.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Glad you guys are enjoying it and sticking around.
Liz is Legions, and he just listen to him for a minute. This is his
response to a live, because she promised to do a live after the 50 part TikTok, which everyone should go see.
He
'cause
has done some lives, I believe.
we're not doing a fantastic job of recapping it, but
No, we're not.
maybe,
We're not.
but maybe it'll give you the impetus to be able to check it out on your own, and then do that because it's super cool. If you haven't seen it already, it's about a month old, but this is a response to her live that she promised to do afterwards, answering people's questions. Legion Forklift VIP. Because after all that,
forklift shit. That's a thing.
After all that, after all that, the lying and stuff, she found out that like he wasn't a VP of anything. He was a VP of a forklift driver, and which is fine, which is totally fine.
But he says it was for charity.
Yes, that's right. You did say that.
He only got his forklift license because of charity. And he had to fucking go to the food bank and drive the forklift. But that's not what he actually fucking did.
My
he actually
God.
was better than
Oh my God.
That's right. You did say that it was for charity. Yes.
I'm sorry, you guys. This guy's a fucking mess. All right, let's check it out.
Yes.
And we went to marriage counseling, didn't work, and we broke up.
This is what he said. This is the whole thing. He says like after the 50-part series, this is everything that happened.
Yeah.
And we went to marriage counseling, didn't work, and we broke up. But my message to her is please stop lying to these people, and you can tell them the real reason I left you. You cheated. I caught you in the house with Bradley.
Bullshit.
And we went to marriage counseling, didn't work, and we broke up.
Here's the thing. This is where I
we
think
went
that's
to marriage
all fucking
counseling, didn't
bullshit.
work.
This is why I say it's bullshit, because he says, now if you guys go back and you listen to him, he's on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
There's a thing on him. He says he walks up the stairs. Okay, you're a guy. I mean, I know for a woman, I'd be like, bitch, I'm gonna pull your hair. We're gonna go box, right?
What?
That's just me, right? That's
we go
like
box.
You're sleeping in the same. You're in my bed in my house with my husband. And you think I'm just so he says he walks up the stairs, opens the doors, sees them that they're yada yada yada, the hoo-ha.
The hoo-ha.
The hoo-ha.
The clown hole.
And he turned and then he just shuts the door, turns around, and walks down the
stairs.
stairs.
I decided to be the bigger man and try to get over it. That's kind of what he said.
Fuck that. Because you know damn well any man or woman, you would be like, okay. There's gonna be some hair pull, some boxing, some punch it. Or woman.
Yeah.
You're not
Or
gonna be like,
what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, you're not gonna just close the door back nonchalant.
Just open the door and be like, oh, I see you all are busy.
I'm gonna let them finish what they're doing. I don't want to interrupt them,
my apologies.
Interrupt.
Do you need a towel?
Yeah, we don't need to tell and then he says that the wife of the husband that's sleeping with her
she met him in the parking lot of her work and was like, I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
Let me show you this video. They're fucking. I have a proof. And then he happens to walk in on it. Bullshit.
Well, that's his excuse for everything. Yeah, that's. But there's so many lies before then.
I know.
So let's get into the family because we don't have too much time left.
Yeah, we don't. We've got like 7 minutes.
Are we really free to do this? Do you guys want to do this in a couple parts here and have the same conversation for the next couple weeks?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I do want to do Dave's story.
We'll do that after we finish this.
So we'll do part 2.
Yes.
Next Friday. Tiff, are you available next Friday?
Indeed.
Saturday for her.
Morning.
Saturday afternoon
Saturday
for her.
for you.
I love it.
So we've got about 6 minutes left. AC has a prior engagement that we are excited for him to go to and hang out.
No, and I don't have to. You don't have to stop the live just because I gotta go. But
well, no, this is what makes it.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I just say about all of this? He was very braggy about his money and what his parents had as far as money. Does that make sense?
What?
I want to know where he was getting all this money.
No, he wasn't. He was.
How could he afford?
Still paying the bills.
But remember, we said that her bills were not that. Tiff, can you explain that?
Her bills, I guess they weren't that high. She was paying her own personals, and it was, like you said, only $1,000 rent a month as well. So yeah, but he still was paying them. So it's interesting. Because he said he made heaps of money from arena football, invested it really well, and that's why he had all these offshore accounts, because it
Right.
was like trying to get a tax break of some
Tax
kind.
haven.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, but
However,
Okay,
yeah,
even if he played 2 years in arena football, that's
and that's the max. He
$128,000.
said he rode the bench. He was
Yeah,
that's the top.
he was on the bench,
Yeah.
which probably meant he made $30,000.
Yeah. And so there's so many lies, and we haven't
even touched on the phone calls.
The family, the
No.
phone
Family
calls.
phone calls.
Family,
So
phone
much
calls,
shit here.
ex-wives.
I
and
definitely knew that was
so
gonna
much
happen.
shit.
Yeah, I definitely know it's gonna happen, because it's gonna uncover more shit, because we're all traumatized. So as soon as we start
You know
talking
what?
about trauma, we
And
fucking
we're all
start talking about
traumatized, but here's the thing: we all have similar stories.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, we all have similar stories. A narcissist, what they've played on, how they prey, how they communicate with us, how they make us feel. I mean, we all have similar stories, right? And we've kind of been there, a little bit different, but we've kind of walked that same path of life. Especially
Definitely.
us four. I know AC said you had someone that made you feel bad. I mean, you
feel bad.
in nice terms. But we've all kind of been there.
My fifis were so hurt by several
I'm
women.
feeling bad. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I was cracked
You know
wide
what?
open and sucked dry as I was.
You know what? Just for that, it's time for a shot.
Oh shit!
God damn it!
I don't know if I need another shot.
The most alcoholic show I've ever been a part of.
Remember, You Are Roses Are Red podcast.
Oh, we are.
Please make sure, please like and subscribe. It would really help us all out. And we would really greatly appreciate it. Richie said, let me bring this up. Let's get this over with. I'm available, ladies, and AC too. Fuck it. And you know what, Richie, go ahead and send us a DM. We'd love to, we'd love to feature future people on our show. And if you got a great story, bring it on up. We greatly love to deep dive on stuff. We're going to do part 2 on this story next Friday with Tiff.
Yeah.
This could be a thing.
Tiff, I want to say thank you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for bringing the story to us.
Without her, we don't have this. So
no, you're right.
And let me tell you, Tiff is a really great supporter. You guys, if you don't find her on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, give her guys a follow. She's great. She's awesome.
She's amazing.
She does these. I know that Rocksteady's little girl calls you the Tooth Fairy because you have these. She's got these wings.
I know. I've seen it.
She does these shows and she does these wings, and she, Rocksteady's little daughter calls her the Tooth Fairy, and it's the cutest thing ever.
It's adorable.
But thank you, Tiff. Thank you for bringing this to us. I really appreciate it. And you know what? I really appreciate that you are our first guest on our show.
Yes.
It's fucking amazing. So just for that, let's go ahead and give a drink. Thank you, Tiff, for being our first guest here on Tiff. Roses Are Red.
And I love the fact
Thanks for having me.
Let's do that. I'll tell you what I love in a second.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bottoms up.
Gulp, gulp, gulp. Yeah.
That could be anything. That might not have been the way you wanted it to be.
Depends how it lands with the audience. Let's see. Let us know what you think happened, guys, in the comments. But no, I know this turned into like us kind of putting a pause on it and bringing our own conversation to it. But I love the stories that we were able to bring up. So I don't care if this takes 25 weeks. I think we should do it.
I agree.
All right.
And I also want to give a big thanks to both of my co-hosts. I love you too. You guys are more than family to me, and I really appreciate everything. And it was a blessing to meet both of you in Vegas. You guys popped my cherries in a lot of ways.
All right.
I feel so dirty when she says that. I feel so dirty. I'm like, oh, did I pop your cherry?
Wow.
If you guys didn't listen to the beginning of the show, I have never been karaoke, and these two took me to a karaoke bar, and it was awesome. It was amazing. It took 3 hours to hear both of them sing. It's fucking amazing.
The thing is that we're narcissists, and we like to
Yeah.
hear each other sing. So,
And it was fucking amazing. It was so good, and they have the most beautiful fucking voices. I am so blessed to have
how deep is
friends
your
like
love?
that, you know.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much, and AC, thank you for being an amazing host out there in Vegas and showing us places, and
Oh,
you know, and the food
My
was
pleasure.
fucking amazing, and hanging out with
Agreed.
us and
Yeah.
everything. So I really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate Sam and Dave for actually flying out to meet me out there in Vegas. There's no words that can describe how grateful I am and blessed that you guys came out to meet me out there. I'm so blessed. And Tiff, thank you so much for being the first guest on our show.
And starting this
Yeah,
off, because this is going to be fun. Because
Yes.
there's going to be more trauma to be uncovered, and I'm looking forward to
Need the popcorn.
it. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will.
Yes.
I'm going to pop over. I'm going to get as drunk as I can because my back is killing me. And
Oh, you need to.
yeah, absolutely. I'm
It
going
was
to
great to
I'm gonna
meet
have
you.
many drinks now.
And
But,
thank you, Dave, for an amazing night there. I was kind of worried about your back from the booty bumping.
This bitch was like, bop, bop.
I was like,
And Jay's like,
your
oh.
husband just flew.
Yeah, it was quite a
It
quite
was
a bump.
fine.
She
It
had
was
a big
fine.
badunk-a-dunk.
Yep.
She had a huge
She did.
badunk-a-dunk.
She did.
But
So-
it was a great time, and it was wonderful, and I'm so blessed to have an amazing family. I don't even consider them friends. I consider them family.
We're so
Why don't we just all at this point merge into one person?
You know what? If I could, I would.
We just
Thank you. And Tiff's part of the family. Tiff has been with us for a
Yes.
long time.
years.
Tiffany, you're
Yeah.
amazing. I can I just say, I love how much you interact and whatever, and I'm so happy to have you on tonight. I want you on How Was Your Day? We're gonna do that
That'd be
soon.
That'd be great. I'd love
yeah,
that.
I would love for you to. I mean, it's probably a little. I mean, I just fucking love you. You're amazing.
I just fucking
And
love
she's
you,
such
Mike.
a great
Love you
fucking
too,
supporter.
guys.
Fucking love you, Mike.
She's such a fucking great supporter.
She
A
is.
Yeah.
great supporter.
Yep.
She's amazing.
You're
And
amazing.
thank you. Thank you,
Takes
Tiff.
one to know
All right.
one, guys.
And soon
Yeah.
we need to meet in person in real life.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I don't know how we're gonna do it. Whether we meet halfway or whatever, but
Sam?
we need
Yeah,
to real,
yeah.
And
meet in real
AC,
life.
we'd rather go to Australia, and then from there we go to Bali.
Yes.
Or you know
Yeah,
what?
well-
We just go to fucking Bali.
All
Let's just
right,
meet-
Rose,
let's
are
meet
you
in
Excited
Bali.
that we're going to move to Bali. We're moving there at the end of the year. So
Oh, you're moving.
Are
there
you
at the end of the
really?
year?
Yeah.
Are you moving there? Oh my god, where are you moving to?
Bali.
I've got a place in Sonora.
oh, really? That's interesting. Because we're sort of still a bit open because I'm looking at the schools. Obviously, I've got children, so like we want to be obviously near a good school. But my partner and I are going over next month again to sort of suss it out.
Look at Sonora. You're gonna love Sonora because it's very
Sonora.
family oriented. It's very children. It's perfect. And if you need any people, I've got people there that will be able to help you out. I'll send you their info and they'll guide you over there in Sonora. But thank you everyone for joining us. Please don't forget to hit the follow, like, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything.
free.
No,
It's free, and it would really
Subscribes
help
are
us
free.
all.
Did you know that some people think that it costs money to? I was talking to a YouTuber the other day, and he was like, "Do you know that people think it costs money to subscribe?"
People do,
Not,
Yeah.
and it
There's a
doesn't.
difference between follow and subscribe are two different things. Follow is just you'll get a notification when we go on,
Yeah.
but subscribe means
It's
money, which is not even there yet. So
well,
Yes.
subscribe is actually still for free. But
on
you know,
on different platforms, they make you
Yeah.
pay for subscriptions. So sometimes
Right.
the crossover gets.
No.
right, but following and just that thumbs up is absolutely free. So and everybody on Twitter, thanks and X, thanks for being here.
yes,
We got a big old crowd there. So we'll see you next Friday, 6:30 to 7 p.m. Pacific time, noon Australia time.
For part 2.
That's right.
Thank you so much. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Yeah. Okay.